and we just sat down. You guys.
She just asked, can you turn it on then? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can turn it on.
And he's
Do you want me to turn it on?
Since we sat down, which has been like 30 seconds, he's already shook his leg like 5 times.
I'm a little
5 separate times, multiple times in a row. He's a shaker.
I'm fidgety.
Oh, and now you're fidgeting with my glam glow.
I'm going to.
Okay, welcome back to my channel, Plus Size in Canada. My name is Miranda. This is Curtis. I'm 36. He's gonna be 36.
I'm 35.
He's basically 36 already.
She's old.
We were both born in 85, and as a disclaimer, which I feel like it's like valid for everyone to know before we start a Q&A, we have known each other our entire lives. We've been friends our entire lives. Our parents were friends before we were born, and we didn't have a choice, okay? We had to be friends, okay? And then he had a crush on me first in middle school, then I got a crush on him in high school, and then after high school, things happened.
This happened.
Yeah. So, also, you guys asked some really good questions. Also, there was a few that I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to answer that one. Nah, let's just not even think about it. Let's just move on. I picked a few questions, and I didn't pick all of the good ones. I just picked some of the good ones because there were like 70 questions, and I was like, I don't want to be sitting here for an hour. Like, I got shit to do, okay? But we do want to answer some of them, so I've written them out on paper.
Disney paper.
Yeah, of course. And I also let Curtis read them. Did you read all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. I let Curtis read all of them before we started this video because we've done a few Q&As in the past, and I totally give it to him. Like, I absolutely have the upper hand when it comes to Q&As because normally I've already read through the questions and I already kind of basically know what I'm going to say for my answer. And then he gets stressed out, starts jiggling his leg. And,
I'm going to do that.
Like panicking because he's like, I don't know what to say. And then we end up stopping the camera like a million times, and it actually ends up being the most hardest video to edit and the longest time ever to create the video. So
we're just blowing through these.
We're going to blow through these, and it's going to be fun. And if he says really stupid things, love him anyways. That's what I do. And if I seem like mean or controlling or anything like that, like, it's part of my friggin' charm, you guys. Obsessive compulsive disorder. I do. Like, I am controlling. But guess what? When we go to restaurants and I order his food for him, he appreciates it because that shit stresses him out, okay? Right? Am I right?
It's usually because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend that much on that. And then she's just like, I'm ordering it.
Yeah, and also he doesn't like to order things because he's so picky. He doesn't like to order things specifically made for him. Like if it's a burger that comes with like feta cheese and like all the things I would like pickles and lettuce and tomato and onion and all that stuff, he'd be like, can I get a burger with just cheddar cheese and ketchup? And like he'd be like, I don't want to ask for that. I don't want. And I'll like, okay, I'll ask for it for you, no problem. And that's like, we pick up on each other's weekend, right? That's what a partnership is.
I'm socially awkward, and you're
and I'm not
a social genius. Look at you.
Oh yes, snaps for social genius. I actually have like severe anxiety, and because I don't like awkward silences, like I'll say something funny and usually it makes people laugh, and then sometimes I walk away from that situation and I'm like, Miranda, why did you say that? Oh, Miranda, you just swore in front of somebody's parents, they might not like it, blah blah blah. Like I think about it for a really long time after, which is also a part of my
or
obsessive
you say
compulsive
dirty
disorder.
things
Me?
all the time.
Exactly what I mean right there, and I'm already gonna get people thumbs downing this video because of that. You know what? Stop taking life so seriously, okay? Like, life right now, let's be honest, this world is going absolutely batshit crazy right now. Like, I don't think it's ever been this bad since we've been born, has it?
Except for when that too much attention to the crazies.
Okay, but like that Alan Legier when he escaped prison. Remember that? And he was like in our village. I don't
remember that.
Oh, I remember that. It was back in the 90s. Alan Legier. My mom, she's a high school teacher. And I think she drove you too. Like we were supposed to walk up from our elementary school to our church to do junior choir. And that was the day Alan Legier escaped from prison. And my mom like brought over the Ford Aerostar. And she's like, hop in, I'm driving you to church. We're locking all the doors. And she's like, Alan Legier's escaped. You don't remember that? I think he was like a murderer or something.
He was definitely a murderer.
Was he? I don't
I
actually
know
remember.
who he is, but I don't remember the...
Anyways,
the
whatever.
name.
True crime is actually one of my favorite things, so maybe I'll do a deep dive.
You're wearing my favorite earrings.
Yeah, I put those on just for you. These are my pearl earrings, which are like straight off the Walmart, like fake ass, like thing-a-ding, you know? Like,
Well,
they're not
who needs real ones
pearls.
because they look freaking pretty on you.
I don't know why he likes these so much, but
do.
I wear them. He told me he liked them, so now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear them every chance I get, especially when you're here, because I want him to love me forever and be obsessed with me, even though sometimes it drives me absolutely crazy. I still actually really like it. Okay, so do you want to just like open them? Do you want to grab one?
Sure. I do. I grab one
Okay,
regularly.
grab one at random, and then you can read it, and then we'll answer it.
All right, this is a question for you.
Were you stressed about reading it for a second?
I'm pretty illiterate.
Okay.
All right, where do you get your confidence from to do YouTube? And how do you handle haters? I think we hear this stuff every day.
How do I handle haters? Not well. Okay?
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, pretty sure Miranda's losing her shit a little bit over the haters. But like this morning I said to Curtis, I was like, you know what? I just need to start, like, stop worrying about what other people think. Stop worrying about how many views the videos get, how many subscribers I have. Like, I try
This
to
is
not...
how she deals with it. She makes up a plan and then she doesn't follow it. That's how she deals with it.
Yeah.
And instead, she freaks out about it.
I get really upset and depressed sometimes, but like I'm already on like pretty high doses of mental health medication, so I really need to chill the hell out because I can't keep living like this.
But how you deal with your haters is, you would know it if you've been dealt with as a hater, because she will block you and you can't make any more of it.
Bye, you're gone.
You can still watch us, but you can't talk to us.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still learning. Drop your tips below. But the confidence thing, honestly, people tell me all the time, like, I wish I had your confidence. How do you get so confident? You know, because like, I am not...
Dog's making a cameo.
Oh, his ass. I'm not like the average beauty standard because I'm a bigger girl. I'm to something to do something. I'm a plus queen. So people are like, oh my goodness, I just want half of your confidence so I can be happy. And confidence is like a muscle. That's what I would tell you. I don't work out, straight up. I don't work out, but I do work out my confidence, okay? It's like a muscle, and the more you use it, the better it gets. So the more confidence that you show or feel, the easier it is to show or feel. And also, like, love yourself, you know, because we can be our own worst enemy. And I definitely still have days where I'm like, oh, Miranda, you're disgusting. But then I'm like, who are you? Look at you. Take your clothes off and dance in the mirror. You a sexy beast, okay?
She really is.
Honestly, confidence is literally all up here. It's all up here. It doesn't have anything to do with anyone else. It is for you to decide. Diet culture is disgusting. It is filthy. And you don't need to subscribe to those ideas anymore. So let everything go that you've ever been taught about what you should look like, what you should act like, what you should be like, and be someone who you want to be. Be the person that you're like, once I get to this stage, then I can be happy. Be that already. Next question. Great. Do you think...
No, it's Eeyore. Do you think...
stop it.
It is.
No. Do you think you'll open a full-time daycare ever again? Hell no.
She's had enough.
I'm done with kids.
She's had enough of our children.
You have to realize, I babysat when I was like, 10, 11, 12? Because when you were in the 90s, you started babysitting way before you should have been. But then I like babysat for like summers long at someone's house, and then summers long at someone's house. Then I had a couple jobs at like stores and stuff for a little while, and then I worked in a daycare, and I was a preschool teacher, and then I became a mom, and my life has been kids far too long. And like, I don't like most adults. I don't want to spend time with like adults instead of kids. I don't really want to spend time with anyone. That's my goal. My goal in life is to just hang out with myself as much as possible.
By the ocean. Just you by the ocean.
That's right. Yes, no more daycares. I'm looking after the kids that I have now because I love them. They're basically like a part of our family, I would say. And once they're done, I'm done. I'm not having any more. Frig, by the time they're done, we could literally be grandparents. That is scary.
By the time they're done, we're looking for a house to move out by the ocean. We really are.
Yes.
And that's going to be our new baby.
Hopefully, our kids.
We're going to look out the ocean.
Hopefully, our kids wait to have kids, though, because.
Well, whatever.
Can you imagine? Like, we could be grandparents before we're 40. Honestly, that is scary.
I picked one that makes me go like. Oh.
Okay, people have been asking about my Peeping Tom story. Okay, I did a story time on this, and I literally couldn't find it myself this morning. So I was like, I better just do like a quick recap of my Peeping Tom story. His name was Bob, actually. And he lived a couple houses away from me on McDonald Road. And he tried to come in the bathroom while I was in the shower. So, quick story time. I was like, 14, 15-ish. And it was nighttime. It was dark out. And I had a friend over at my house for a sleepover, but for some reason I had to have a shower. The friend that was at my house was basically kind of adopted. She just lived there basically with us all the time. But anyways, I just got back from a basketball game or something. I was having a shower and it was summertime, and so it was later at night because it was dark. Anyways, whatever. This is supposed to be quick. Come on, Miranda. Okay. So I was in the shower. I had a shower. I got out of the shower like you do. You pull the curtain back and you grab your towel. And while I grab my towel, I'm like, brr, what was that little breeze? And then I look over and at the window's open. And I was like, no, I don't open windows when I'm having a shower because weird. Number one, I don't even like it when bathrooms have windows in them, okay? That, psh.
We have a window in our bathroom, and she hasn't opened the curtains since.
Which one?
Our bathroom.
Our bedroom, yeah.
Curtains
we have 3 bathrooms.
Permanently closed.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the window was open. I looked over, I'm like, WTH, I didn't open the window. And then I noticed the screen has popped out of this window. And I wrap myself up as quickly as possible, and I check the door to the bathroom to see if it was unlocked. Maybe someone came in while I was in the bathroom, and the door was still locked like I had said it. So I yell out to Mom and Dad who are in the living room, and I'm like, did one of you guys come in here when I'm in the shower? And no one answered because my parents had 4 kids. So anyways, I got brave for a second and I went over to the window to try and look, and I was like, no, I can't do it. It's too scary. And so then I went out with my towel still wrapped around me, and thankful the towel actually could wrap around me at that point. But I went to Mom and Dad and I'm like, did you guys come in the bathroom while I was in the bathroom? And they were like, no. And I was like, why is the window open and why is the screen popped out? That's all I had to say. My dad hopped off the couch because it was... Oh.
Time to wake up.
Why? Oh, that was your alarm to wake up at 11?
Yeah.
What time did you get home last night?
I got home at midnight.
Oh, I was sleeping.
But I got to work tonight and it's going to be rough.
Okay, anyways, it was summer, so my dad's golf clubs were in the kitchen.
We're the weapon of choice.
Yeah, so he grabbed a golf club, ran outside because we had a really, really big deck outside, and he ran out there thinking somebody's got to be out there that did that to the window, and he was right. And it was Bob from up the street, hammered, and he said, my dad recognized who he was, and he's like, what are you doing? And apparently Bob was completely inebriated and said he was trying to get into his house. Meanwhile, his house was not close. There's a house and an empty lot in between us. And also, if you were walking into your own house, Bob, why are you going in through the bathroom window? Huh? Use the door like a regular person. And our door was always unlocked growing up, so he could have walked right in. Anyways, I don't believe that I think he saw that there was a teenage girl in the shower and that he wanted to come in. That's what I think. I don't know if my parents think that now. We haven't talked about it. We don't like to talk about stuff. Anyways, so that's the Peeping Tom story, and that's why I'm jumpy AF all the time, because I think that's where it came from, because my Peeping Tom, but I'm jumpy all the time. If somebody walks in the room and I didn't know they were coming, My ass is grass. I'm
So fair
jumping.
warning, anybody tries to peep, they're probably going to get stabbed in the eye because that's her weapon of choice if somebody tries to get in her house. It's a knife.
Paring,
a paring
a
knife.
paring knife.
But I will admit, she's a pretty good peep.
Curtis, what OCD type quirks of Miranda's make you laugh or annoy you?
Those are two different questions. Which ones
Just
make me laugh and which ones annoy me?
Just throw them all together. A mixed bag.
I laugh at your number ones because they're absolutely like
They make sense to me.
They're right out of left field. It's like I can't cook something in the microwave for 3 minutes. I have to do it for how long?
3-3-3.
There.
It's got to be 3-3-3.
Or
2-11 would work. And then put it in for another 6-6.
Or we can't leave at 10:57. We got to leave at what would be the right number? Is 10:57
Well,
a good number?
number one, the clock has to be set differently than the time actually is.
I'm looking at two clocks here. One's at 10:59 and one's at 10:57.
Oh,
and
this one's 11 now.
And I know I set them the same. So she changed them.
Okay, I'm weird about numbers. Okay, what's annoying? Is that annoying or funny?
That's
Or both?
funny. That's
Okay.
the funny one. The annoying ones are the ones when we've already checked things and we're leaving, and it's like, can you please go back in and make sure the front door is locked 3 times? She doesn't tell me to do it 3 times, but when she does
But
it,
like
she
I
has
already
to lock
checked it.
it.
I know
3
he's
times.
already checked it. And then I'm like, oh dang it, I can't remember if I checked it. And then I'm like, I know I checked it.
Or
But
we-
now that I thought of it, I have to check it again.
Yeah, that's annoying because
And
it's
guess
like,
what? That is anxiety. I didn't know OCD was anxiety, but it actually is completely anxiety. It's an anxiety.
crazy.
Yeah. It's because you're stressed out about something, so you obsess over it. I didn't know that till
like
I
me,
got diagnosed.
she's obsessed with me. So yeah,
I stress over you
yeah, she does.
all the flipping time.
I stress her the frick out.
Listen, you are a stressful person these days. Holy crap, your job sucks.
My job sucks, but
Okay.
whatever.
Oh, this is the one he had to Google.
I still don't have a good answer.
Okay, what non-physical characteristics makes you attracted to one another? He literally had to Google characteristics because he didn't know what they were.
Well, I just couldn't think of what I was going to answer, so I needed some prompting. Anyway, so I
Did you think of any?
googled a list, and there was like 10. Then I'm like, I need a bigger list. So then I googled another list, and there was like 100. Then I'm like, there was no good ones in there. And then I googled another list.
You
and
read all 100
I think it was like
characteristics?
333, and it was like, I can't find any.
So you can't. Okay, let me tell you the characteristics that are non-physical, because there are a lot of physical ones that
I do have
But-
some physical ones that I like.
Okay. We just talked for literally 4 minutes and we realized we weren't recording. So
We said some pretty good stuff.
yeah, we did. We said really good things. Characteristics that are non-physical that I like about this guy. He's great with kids. He's friggin' funny with kids. He likes to make kids laugh and people laugh. And we talked about how he used to like lead programs at school and at church with kids and stuff, and like all the little girls would always get a crush on him because he's adorable. And I just like how much he is a good person, and he likes Jesus. He follows what he says, like quite a bit closer than I do, which is sometimes annoying. Okay, because sometimes
you do follow Jesus really tight.
I
real
do.
close, but you don't like the Old Testament before Jesus was born. She's a little scared of the Old Testament, so.
the Old Testament.
But you do follow Jesus, and that's what
I do,
we're
but
told to
he
do.
does better, and sometimes
No, I
that's
don't
annoying
do
because
better.
I sometimes like to be a little bit bad. Okay.
a
Okay.
bad girl.
Do you have a non-characteristical physical?
Could you say that again? It was
What
fun.
is it?
Let's do it again.
Non-physical characteristic trait that makes me attracted to you, or you attracted to me.
I think it's just you're super passionate. Like you.
Is your leg shaking right now?
It might be. I fidget. I think it's her passion and like she, like.
Is it the giving and the receiving? Let's move on. He just likes me for my body. Okay?
No. You passionately care about things that you care about and you love very much and you have a big heart and that's my favorite character.
Wow, and you had to read 300 and some just to come up with those.
Well, I was
They're
like,
not even
none of
great.
these are good. Hey.
Okay, how do we keep the spark going? You can answer.
I don't know.
Do we?
I don't know.
Sometimes the spark is pretty dull.
Hey.
Okay, no.
No.
That's true. Sometimes it's dull. Okay, but listen. This is like the best marriage advice I could give you. Marry someone who is your friend. Like a good friend. Like someone you would hang out with all the time and you would always be happy with them. And sometimes you make out and you like that too. So marry someone like that, but then be completely reasonable and like expect that there are going to be times in your marriage where it's like you just high five in passing and that's it. Because when you have
whenever
kids,
you do that to me, I usually slap your butt. So that keeps the spark a little bit.
It actually hurts my hemorrhoids if you want to know the truth. But honestly, like don't expect marriage to be passionate, hot, and sexy all the time. Because when you got the shits, it's not hot and sexy. When you're throwing up freaking craft dinner at like 4 a.m, it's not sexy, okay? When you wake up in the morning and you...
No. Done. Don't. Done. I know where that was going and she's not saying it.
There are certain things that are not sexy. It's not going to be like super sparktacular all of the time. But when you marry someone that you love for more than just the spark, then the spark doesn't matter.
It naturally is there.
Yeah, you just love each other. And when you get a minute to show that spark, it happens.
It's fantastic.
Okay, because we've been filming for a really long time and I still have all these questions, we're going to try to do a little bit more like a rapid fire, like lightning round, as Ross would say.
Are you going to talk that fast from here on?
I am good at talking fast. Actually, when I talk slower, that's when I'm like, because I think quick, okay?
She thinks quick, but she can't talk quick, and that's why she talks gibberish.
Okay, you going to read it?
Have we always been able to enjoy date nights, or is it more recently through having older kids? I think we've...
Come on! Okay, the answer is we have way more date nights now because our kids are older. When the kids were really young, we rarely had a night off together. My parents never babysat for us ever. I think one time they babysat for us, and it was when one of the other kids was going to the hospital with us. So
my parents
didn't do anything.
My parents would if we asked, but we don't ask very often.
Yes,
so,
Curtis's parents would sometimes,
and we always feel guilty when we.
Jen and Nathan did like every once in a while, but it was like we literally went years with maybe having 2 to 3 date nights in an entire year.
Our date nights were basically kids go to bed and we'd watch a movie. That'd be our date night.
That was it.
Or we'd get a special treat and we'd watch a show together or something.
And guess what? Now that we can have date nights because we have almost 15 and 13-year-old boys that can look after Winnie no problem, which we do pay them for, so don't get it twisted. We don't take advantage. We're not Duggars, okay? Like, our kids are paid. Oh, wait. What's that freaking TikTok? Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it is. Bitch, I've been grown. My bills are paid. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Those are 1,000-pound sissies or whatever.
I wish I didn't know what you were talking about.
I love those girls. Anyways, they're funny.
When are we going on a date?
Okay, but this is what I was trying to say. Now that we have easy, accessible date nights, my favorite date night is exactly what we used to do. My favorite thing to do is to watch a movie, eat some treats in our bedroom. That's it. That is my favorite thing to do. That's my favorite date night. When it's like what we would resort to when we had no other option has become my very favorite.
I think it's still my favorite too, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's our most connective time.
We'll go out for dinner, but then
we'll
date
get
night
home, continues.
Want to put Winnie to bed so that we can watch a movie.
Yeah. And that's literally
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, but normally it's Netflix. By the way, my mental health medication, that's what I blame that on. I stutter a little bit because of it, but I'm happy and I don't want to die. So
it could be a result of being with me for this long.
Yeah,
it's just like errored.
Well, listen, I don't have to wonder, why did I have a mental breakdown? When I look at all of the shit I've been through, I've done, I had no time off, like I deserved a mental breakdown 10 years ago. Okay, let's be real. But anyways, that's our date nights, and that's the end of that question. Okay,
right, let's go Netflix and chill.
But what I was going to say, normally it's Netflix and chill, and Miranda fall asleep, and Curtis watches the rest of the movie by himself, while Miranda pretends to still be awake.
But I know
chiming in every once in a while.
You're snoring. I know that you're sleeping. It depends on whether I'm into the movie or not, whether we're going to get through it, because you're not
What about
watching.
Ghost Ship?
What a stupid movie.
It wasn't even Ghost Ship.
It was Poseidon.
Okay, how do we make it work if if the family still wants to attend church? This is a question that I read and I was like, I don't know.
That's a good question. Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
Let's hash it out.
Because church has been really weird lately because of COVID, and like there's been like attendance is way down. And our church, honestly, let's be honest, they're not doing a lot right now. They're not, like, you look at other churches.
We're also not involved right now. So,
I literally unsubscribed to my church completely. I'm done. But
so we don't know the answer to this yet. We're working on it because I still want to go to a church and she's not ready for that. And we don't know when or if she will be. I want the kids to go to church sometimes. So it might be a meet in the middle and I'll take the kids sometimes to a church here
basically,
or somewhere
okay,
else.
Skylar, like I've been out of church for a long time now. I've not wanted to go for a very long time. I thought somebody was crying. We're good. Skylar still wanted to go to church, so he still went to church. Him and Curtis would go to church, or Nathan and Jen would pick Skylar up because Skylar was doing the sound room, the committee, whatever. That's also part of the reason why church is so disgusting to me, because when I think about how much time I worked there, actually. Anyways, let's not. So if they want to go, they can go. Like, I'm not going to hold them back at all. If Winnie says, I want to go to church, I will 100% take her to church. I will ask her, and I have asked her, do you want to go to church? Do you want to go to church with Dad? Do you want to go to church with Skylar? I just had to like bleep something out because I said our foster niece's name. Anyways, yes, if they want to go to church, they can go to church. But I am the product of a kid being raised at church. My grandfather was a pastor. If you know Crandall University, it used to be called ABU. My grandfather started that college when it was a college. It was ABC before it was ABU, Atlantic Baptist College. Anyways, Stuart E. Murray, that's my grandfather. That's my dad's dad. And he was a pastor's kid. And I saw exactly what happened to his life when he became an adult, and it was not good. And then I was raised in the same church that my dad was raised in, and I grew up and it was not good. And I struggled with my identity in Christ and also like as myself, not just how I was raised. And it's not easy. And I think something that needs to be said, and I've said it many times, but I feel like people don't hear me. I still love Jesus, and I'm still going to follow Jesus. And Jesus is in this house every single day, not just on Sunday mornings. What did I do this morning? I was listening to a sermon on my phone. When we do road trips, we're listening to Christian music all the time. It's not that I don't like Jesus anymore. We didn't break up. Like, we're strong, baby, okay? I just don't like the church. And there are so many reasons. It is a layered, it is onion, it is ogres have layers. I couldn't even actually explain to you why I hate the church so much, because you would have to know exactly what I've been through and been in my shoes to understand my perspective.
I don't even fully understand where she's coming from.
Exactly.
And I know most of her stories.
Right.
Like, so it's hard. It's a hard thing for us.
And it's personal. It's a personal thing. So to try to make someone else understand that, it's never going to happen, because they don't know you. They don't know your heart. They don't know your soul. But guess what? You don't need to know. He knows. Amen. Church is still here. I'm just not going to be bringing my ass. Even on Christmas Eve, I'm not going. No, we will have a church service in my house.
I'm going to church on
He's going to church on Christmas
Eve,
but
that's
fine.
too.
That's fine, because guess what? I can get all the shit started while they're gone. And I don't, like, literally, I feel like if I were to walk, I went in the parking lot. I filmed a TikTok in the parking lot because I felt like I just wanted to for a second. And even just getting in that parking lot, it's not good. It's not good for me. I had like, oh, no, I don't like it. Nope, not doing it. Bye.
This is Eeyore.
How did we know that we wanted to have kids?
Sorry. How did we
So
know
annoying.
we wanted to have kids? Growing up, I always thought I was going to have a family and I wanted one. And as an adult, I love kids right to death. And there was never a question I wanted to have kids. There was a question whether we were going to be able to have kids because doctors didn't think that she would be able to have any. So our plan was if we couldn't have kids right away, which I'm pretty good, so I made it happen. Like, she was
make a fish that swim, fish that swim.
I guess she was broken and I fixed her.
Okay.
Right?
I think it was prayer, but yes. Okay.
He fixed it.
I think, honestly, you can't really answer a question solely on if the relationship wants to have children, because I think the question is a little bit more answered before you actually get married, like for what your heart of heart wants. And then normally you like line up with someone who wants the same thing as you or has the same values as you. And if you don't, then you make compromises as a couple, right? So
and we both wanted kids, and we knew that. So we tried to have kids right from the start, and the plan was going to be, if we can't have kids, we'll adopt kids.
and that's why we started trying like
Or
the
too
month,
early.
the month after we got married, which if I had known that we were going to be able to have kids, we absolutely would have waited a little while and enjoyed being young and married and hot and sexy for longer.
We were
Because
expecting
the
to have
Kangles
to.
happened too soon.
We expected to have to wait for a baby adoption because there's like a long wait list. So that
We
was the
wanted to get
reason
that
to
started right
start early. So we were just like, let's try to have kids. Doesn't work. Get right
But
on
like
that list.
now being 36 years old and looking around at like other people that are similar age to us or whatever, you notice like, wow, people actually made the choice to not have kids. Like I honestly, when I was young, I don't even think I knew people did that. I thought everybody tried to have kids, and the only people that didn't have kids were people who couldn't have kids. And then I felt bad for them because, well, the closest people to me, my aunt and uncle, who they're not together anymore, and that was a whole shit show, but they couldn't have kids, and it was a hot mess, affairs and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I just thought everybody else was like that. But now I'm like, wow, some people are like really forward thinking. They're like, I want to have money. I want to travel. I want to be able to live my own life. And then I'm like, yes, that's cool.
But we started early enough that we can do that soon.
Yeah,
Like
hopefully.
kids are on their way out.
Anyways, I think
That third child kind of slowed that up a little bit.
But listen, it's your fault the third child happened so much later because I wanted the third child way before you did. Okay, Curtis just got a phone call, but while he's on that phone call, I'm going to tell you what my favorite beauty products are because I brought these from downstairs. A little while ago here on the channel, I got like weirdly allergic to my favorite Mega Volume Maybelline Lash mascara that I've been using for years. And then I went on a journey to find a new mascara. I tried probably like 10 different mascaras, and this is the winner chicken dinner right here. Absolutely flipping amazing. Okay. I don't have a lot of makeup on right now, if you want to know. Just a little tiny bit of concealer and mascara. And my favorite thing that I'm also about to show you. So Lash Paradise. I actually got this at Costco. I'm hoping they still have more because I need more soon. But they came in like a 2-pack and it was only like $14 for 2. I know. You can also buy them at like Walmart or Shoppers Drug Mart or wherever. Now this is from Sephora or like an actual like beauty store. This is the Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Luminizing Moisturizer. I have talked about this so many times. I don't get paid to talk about stuff. I wish I did. I'm not that cool. But this stuff right here, it's the dewy look. Okay, do you see how like I'm a little bit glowing? Not pregnant. No, I don't have any like oils on or anything. This is just this. Okay, they have it in 2 colors. This is the nude glow, and then they have a darker color for my cute dark toned skin ladies, which I wish I had a darker toned skin, but I don't. Anyways, it's awesome. I love it so much. And that's my favorite. Okay, you want to read this one? This is a good one.
If money was no object, what would your dream house look like and where would you live? I think our two are going to match up. Who should go first? I want to see if yours is exactly what I'm thinking.
Small log home on the beach.
You forgot one key point. Covered porch.
Oh, it's, yeah,
So-
small log home. It's got to have a covered porch.
I want like a 2-bedroom log home, open concept, even with a little loft up top, like, and
yeah.
covered porch, maybe even a whole wraparound porch, and then a nice garage beside
garage.
it. I need a garage for my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on my bike and the cars and stuff in my own garage because I hate doing it in the
But
yard.
like, we honestly don't care where. It just needs to be near a beach.
Yeah, you
period.
got to be able to see the water from our covered porch.
And not just any water. No offense to
Ocean.
lake lovers. I can't get with the lakes. I got sucked on by a leech one time, and that was it for me. I can't do the lakes, can't do the rivers. It's got to be ocean. Like, I want the tide to come in and out. Oh. This question seems to be like kind of like obvious. I feel like if you know me, like I'm a nice girl, a nice mom, like a good mom. I feel like this is totally obvious. If Curtis or any of my kids decided they didn't want to be seen or talked about, would you respect their wishes? Yeah.
Yes. That's the end of that.
And also, that's already happened multiple times, and I don't talk about what's going on, and I do
Winnie's
respect
one of the
their
ones
wishes.
in particular. Like,
Yes.
she's doing something, and Miranda's like, oh, that's so cute. I want to put it on the vlog. And Winnie's like, nope. And
Yeah,
we're like,
she won't.
okay.
There's certain things, like if I get my camera out and someone's doing something, Cooper too, he'll stop what he's doing right away.
It kind of shuts them down a
and
little
then I'm
bit.
like, okay, I'm not vlogging it. Just live your life.
Yep.
And sometimes,
Because sometimes the camera changes the way that it's going. Like,
Totally.
And if it does, we turn it off.
and literally, like certain things Winnie won't say or do unless she knows it's not going to be on the vlog. Like she wants me to take pictures or videos of her because she likes it, but she'll say, "Don't put that on the vlog, Mom." And I wouldn't do anything to like. Being a YouTuber isn't my full-time job, and I feel like the only full-time job I was put on this earth to fulfill is to raise 3 amazing humans who will add some light to the world. That's it. That's my main job, okay? And maybe I'll add a little light too while I'm around, you know, little pixie dust all on that bitch, okay? But
And spread a little Jesus love.
yeah, that's the light, duh. Anyways, I don't think it makes sense for any YouTuber to ever film, not just YouTuber. I feel like kind of everybody films their kids and puts it online if they're on social media in any way, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Like all these things people put their kids on all the time. I will never do that. I'm not like, that just seems so obvious to me. That's not me at all. Like there's a lot of times where I don't feel like filming and I don't film. Like I won't start filming till I feel better, or I put a video up like when we're camping and I have those videos made beforehand. That is such a break for me because I go like 4 days in a row without having to edit and upload a video. Like I can just live my life.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so we get breaks all the time. And that's why like yesterday I uploaded a Old Navy haul with just me, like myself. Okay. Like
She is the prettiest of us.
Thanks.
She's gorgeous.
And also like right now it is 11:26.
And we're done.
We're done filming for the day. My kids aren't in the video. And that's not their wishes. That's just mine. I don't feel like editing anymore today. So this is what you're getting. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your questions. And I hope that you still love us, even though I did the... Love you guys. Bye.